demo or demonstration. Just give me the point as we are finalizing.
I
But I'm
replied
very
you.
happy. I'm very happy with what we are doing.
I took
You
all that time. I
no.
took all that time.
Let me give you
I
a thumb
answered
up.
you. I
Let me give you a
answered
thumb
you
up.
to tell. Listen.
Allow me to say this. Allow me to say this.
Answered you. Let me
No,
answer you again.
I don't want your answer now. I said, allow me to say this. You are a good person.
No, you've asked a direct question. So
yes, you are a good person in the sense that.
Let's settle that question once and for all. I answered you. I said Mtaraji informed us in this space that Madzibaba was arrested for demonstrations for his activities to do with both Geza and Chiwenga ZANU-PF factional fights that we all know about. I've answered you. So that you have the answer.
Right, thank you. So where is Nelson Chamisa coming in on Chiwenga and Geza, demonstration?
I will answer you again. I said we appreciate now. I do not expect Nestle Chamisa to be cleaning up the dirty work of ZANU-PF in any shape or form. However, any ZANU-PF, any Zimbabwean citizen, ZANU-PF, under Madam Valerio, under Monzora, under Chabangu, under Nelson Chamisa, if they are persecuted in variance to the Constitution of Zimbabwe, the Bill of Rights, they deserve all voices on board. This is why this space is here. It's not a space directed at Nelson Chamisa. It is directed at Madzibaba incarceration, even if it belongs to ZANU-PF border case.
Yes, let me educate you now. The incarceration of Madzibaba was because of Geza. I don't know, you are saying Chiwenga is a second person. We have got evidence. If you are called to court, you should be able to provide that. And Nelson Chamisa said, you
Chiwenga
don't
can
have to
sue
go.
me.
Wait. Nelson Chamisa said, you don't need to go for that demonstration because we have not authorized it. Why are you blaming him today for the demonstration that he said no? And he knew that if you go there, you'll be incarcerated. Now you are toiling within the prison. You want to blame the person who told you that the political level is not level. And if you go there, there is a haana. I saw it. And he persisted. But now Geza is dead. Nelson Chamisa is here. You chose to blame the living and leave the dead. Why can't you go to border Geza? Matisin, that is the most serious evil thing that we are committing in Zimbabwe. That Geza is dead and is the one who called for the demonstration. Why Chamisa in that?
Okay,
That's why I'm saying, my brother, let's be very careful there.
No.
Because history will
That is
turn
a fair
against
comment
you.
from you. Thank you.
I think he has said it now. This is the 5th time.
Yes.
Baba weshanduko was not representing Chamisa. He listened to Geza and Chiwenga faction. I think that's enough. He said it now. This is the 5th time. So singabe slow look as persist asking.
Thank you. Yeah.
The same question.
So I want feedback. I'm going to ask feedback.
No, the lady has not finished. Let the lady finish.
Wait.
I want to put out via Scotty, if that's okay for everyone. It says
wait.
No, let the lady finish. We know you have got powers. We don't have that privilege of parliament like Mnangagwa to abuse us like what you are doing.
The forgotten sacrifice. How did Zimbabweans become a people who quickly forgot those who suffer for
Lisa,
them?
give me a moment on this one because this one is important. You will come in next because this one is a very important public issue.
Okay.
I'm going to seek feedback from you, Mati Rice. In the start here, clearly we identified Madzibaba's incarceration with Nelson Chamisa's organizational group.
No, Geza, correct that.
Umewen,
We cannot
behave
allow you to
yourself.
abuse that privilege of co-hosting. It's Geza, not Nelson Chamisa, who called the demonstration. Correct that before we move on.
Right. I need honest feedback from you, Mati Rice. You've been
But let's face the
uh, give me honest feedback on the issue that you've been here in the start of this space, and how the issue of we all assumed that he was incarcerated for those reasons, and it was addressed fully. And I don't think anyone wants to continue to blame Nelson Chamisa, but the issue why we're still on Matsibaba is to give him the same Zimbabwean rights as we gave Walter Mzembe and as we should give to every other incarcerated person. So now, in terms of the previous speaker, Mati Rice's, he's given his sentiments in the of how he thinks this we've unfairly put the blame on Nelson Chamisa. Let me hear from you, if you don't mind, since already your hand is up.
Thank you very much, my brother. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to step down from this conversation because inini kuya kwandaita ndauya tichida kubatsira madzibaba eshanduko. Zvataurwa kudhara kuti madzibaba eshanduko vanga vasisina chekuita naNelson Chamisa team, but ndakatoexplaina kuti a lot of people vari kutohelpa right now. Izvo ndiri mugroup, I'm chatting with people in one of the groups. They are just helping as a Zimbabwean akapinzwa muJeri. Madzibaba eshanduko vakaonekwa vachidistributa maleaflets iwayo, ndavakasungirwa ndobva vanzi vaassaulta police officer. Tese tinotozviziva, hakuna chinokwanisa kuitwa kana nani. He has been to courts. It doesn't mean kuti vakangorara vari kujera. Vanoto nemalawyers anovabatsira vachienda nyaya iyoyo kusvika kana uchifollowa panoto nemwe judge akatombonzi step down because pane conflict of interest and everything. Saka what's happening here, dai iwewe my brother wabvuma naLisa kuti vanhu vaopen apo vataure chokwadi so that people can help. We want people to help him. Manje pauya Magneto abva atanga kutaura wangochimudisturba kuti ataure. Dai wamusiya apedzisa nyaya yake, hauna kumupa fair treatment yekuti ataure nyaya yake, wangochimuinterrupta. Saka we don't want this to be a space yekuti vanhu vanointerrogatwa because vanhu vakuya vachitaura opinion yavo. Ini ndakamira panapa handisi kutombomirira anyone else, ndiri kuya ndiri Matrice ndakatomira. When I help, ndine nhamba yemukadzi wamadzibaba eshanduko, vanohelpwa. Izvozvi kune audio yapinda mugroup izvozvi manje as I speak, iri kutonzi vari kuchema vana havana chekubata right now, isusu tichifaita panapa tichibvunzana mibvunzo. And when I help in my own capacity as a Zimbabwean. Ndakazvimirira, I can help anyone. Ndikatonzwa kuti kune munhu ane nzara kana Facebook, I can help because I've got the resources to do that, and ndine mwoyo wacho wekubatsira. Saka I think vese vari kuya vachitaura dai mavapa opportunity, manje muri kuvadzipa. Inini I wanted to hear what Magneto was saying, and it's exactly what I have heard before. Because iwewe Ngirikini, well, suppose une team rako raunotamba naro handiti rakavenga Matrice, then team iroro muchitaurirana muchifadzana kunzoko, iwewe pamwe unenge une soft spot neni, you don't want to be seen in public wakamira neni. I think that's what Magneto was trying to say, kuti nemavengerwo akaitwa Chamisa nemamakirwo akaitwa Chamisa, and this guy akatanga akabvira akavengwa because aimira naChamisa. Handiti Chamisa akapota achienda achimuona kuprison, zvinogona kutoita kuti vatonyanya kutomuitira utsinye, beta kuti vamubatsire from afar. I think that's what he was trying to say. Angachiunza that point. Dai wanga wamusiya anyatsotsanangudza, but uchimukata saka inini hangu amuhappy nevanodawo kubatsira madzibaba eshanduko. Ini ndine nhamba one of I understand vane vakadzi two and 32 and I think two. Ndine nhamba one of them. Ndine nhamba yemadzibaba veshanduko handizoti kushandiswa the
Yeah,
other one
Mati,
here kana chii.
I
And
appreciate
I will
Sorry,
continue to
Mati,
help.
Mati.
sorry, Zini.
Co-host
Uh,
nyarara
Zini,
yapedze.
can you wait? So sorry, Mati. If you can, please, can you share number? Yo, pane vanhu vari kuida group uko. I think maybe if they've got something, they can always throw what they want to the madzibaba veshanduko.
I think she first shares it with Scotty, and they interact first before we just throw numbers out there.
No, ngisho ukuthi yena uyatsho
Yeah,
ukuthi ulayo inamba
yeah,
kabalwa.
a share lo Scotty. They
Yes,
can.
please. Mina ngiyayifuna ku-group
No, the co-host is right. You can come up with an account that won't be authorized, then you steal our money. So I agree with the co-host on that. Don't just throw the co-host before you finish with the host and the co-host. That is why he said the right thing. We are Zimbabweans. We want to appeal to everyone. So please, don't rush. Because sometimes that money that I am going to throw today to your eco cash, it may be taken by the crocodiles. That's why I support the co-host. So don't rush about the account, whatever. Let's discuss. We finish. So where you are going, overboard, my sister. Let's follow the co-host.
Yeah, so what I was thinking, as much as vanhu mune vanhu vamusingafari kana tasi, I think this time we are talking about madzibaba eshanduko eZimbabwean and vanhu vari kuvabatsira ivava havasi kumbotarisa maboundaries ekuti ye wangoenda kwageza. We know our community is very polarized zvekuti iwewo nekuti uri wambiti uri chii. The people who are helping madzibaba eshanduko are genuinely supporting him as a Zimbabwean. Vari kucontribute.
How do you know? How do you know that?
Sorry.
Okay. Can you let?
Aiwa,
Can you?
How do you know
Yeah.
that they are genuinely
No,
supporting?
no.
No,
Let's not go that
I
far.
can answer you. Vanhu vandiri kutaura inini ka vanhu vakagara vari mumastructures enhingirikini eCCC kudhara handiti vasina kumbochinja vanosapota chamisa vari
but what about Geza? That's what you should appeal to. This demonstration is not about
No, my
CCC.
brother,
Mgwini.
my brother,
Hold
let
on,
me
Mati.
Taura
start
kashokani.
again. Maybe wawana
Maakutionesera muri
tataura
two.
ka.
We actually do have a
Maakutionesera.
lineup, guys, and I
My brother,
appreciate.
let me speak pekupesera ndibve zvangu panapa because ndikuona kunge pasina conversation. Zvandiri kutaura my brother is vanhu vandiri kutaura vaiva munonzwa vachiti kwaunzi havana brain vakaita se vanonzi vanotera chamisa vanonzi machizvi whatever names are given mabutlika machichi ndivo vanhu vari mumagroups iwaya ari kusapota madzibaba eshanduka havasi kutarisa kuti vanga vaenda kwageza hatizive timu geza riri panapa kuti vari kuitewo kwavari kuita ikoko kana kuti vachavabatsira here. I'm speaking about the people who have always been supporting chamisa vari kuita izvozvo vanocontributa mari. Some of them they're even in Zimbabwe vanocontributa mari vototenga votoenda netumagrosari twavo vachitoposta magroups imomo mune vanhu vanotrustika. I'm not going to share that number panapa hangu handisi kuzoexposa vanhu but manumbers vanoshewa kwaanoshewa saka hanzi kune mamwe mapathways ari kushandiswa kubvisa mari kuita sei but inini ndine vanhu vandinotrusta vandinoziva kuti ndikavapa $5 yangu inosvika.
So
Okay,
how do we contribute?
Scott.
Mukadzi wake ari kupi? Mukadzi wake ari kupi?
Scotty
Iwewe
is
uri kutaura uri mukadzi wake here? Tambonzwa.
Mati,
okay. Let's
Mukadzi
go back to the
wamadzibaba ari
lineup.
kupi iwe?
Makurasika here hanzvadzi.
Mati,
We're going to go back to the lineup. Your sentiments are taken note of, Sister Matirais. And by the way, this is how also hosts and co-hosts operate. If there is any speaker and as moderating the space, if there's an important issue in my perspective as co-host, I may choose to interact with you, not out of disrespect or anything, and we can dialogue and you can pinpoint me where it's not relevant. I am a human being. I can go off on a tangent, but since I'm having a dialogue with you, we can sort that out in that. But the next line up will be Tadini, Dr. Tadini. And I think the next one after I saw was looking at the hands there, Dr. Tadini, uh, Ometa, and Herbert, and then Magneto last. And then afterwards, I think, Lisa, then you can go on to reading the post that Scotty once read for the space so that we wrap it up. It's a good conversation, this one, because it also touches on, I like what you said, Sister Matirais, and to emphasize it, that outside all these other things, the Constitution of Zimbabwe, the very thing about Cap 3, there is fundamental rights under the Human Rights Charter in there. That defines all of us and all of our interactions here. Go ahead, Dr. Tatini. I've unmuted.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was going to say there was a double mute there. It's really sad hearing the way that the discussion was going. I will, yeah, I think some of the things that you are emphasizing or allowing to be promoted do not help Madzibaba Shanduko or help even the people that are engaged in the conversation. I'll come from the fact that Madzibaba Shanduko was arrested for a calling for a demonstration. Before I even consider who was spearheading or who had initiated the idea of the demonstration, I have to say that it is within his right to do so. It is within everyone's right to call for a demonstration. The demonstrations are catered for in Section 59 of the Constitution, and then who you want to associate with when it comes to that demonstration is also catered for in Section 56 of the Constitution. It doesn't matter if it is PSR or if it is Nelson Chamisa or if it is Elizabeth or if it is me, it does not matter. So what is happening with Madzibaba Shanduko is an illegality. And Zimbabweans have to start to perceive things from a point where they detach them from personalities and they start to speak to the merits of the issue. So I constantly hear these arguments being brought up whereby the question becomes, who are you from, before we talk about whether you are getting aid or you are not getting aid. And that is a very distorted way of looking at a society. Society should be operating on the basis of what principles, what morals are right or what are wrong. Madzibaba Shanduko was pretty much arrested for calling for the end of the ZANU-PF government. That is what he was arrested for, which is what all of you here are doing. You're calling for the end of the ZANU-PF government, myself included. And that should be within your right to say, I don't want ZANU-PF to continue ruling. There's no crime there. But because we do not know how to support ideas, we like so much to support